Hi. So the two newspapers that I looked at was the Oakland Press and the Macomb Daily. And the first thing I noticed when looking was the COVID numbers. Those are listed on the left-hand top corner about what's going on with our schools. Schools just started, and so I feel like people would think that that'd be pertinent information. Both had a list of severe thunderstorms that are coming, so kind of the weather and a warning that it's going to be bad. And then next to that was the local crime in the area. So they each listed a crime, but those were two different crimes for that local area. It kind of looked like most of the news was state or local. There wasn't anything national on there. Both have a list on the right side that was just a list of headlines for their stories. And some of the headlines on there were the same. Some of them were different. Some of them were local for it. There was the same story was goats eating grass in Oakland County. They both had the grass eating goats on the headlines. Another one was there was a list of they said that there was West Nile virus coming, and they'd found cases in both Oakland County and Macomb, and so both papers had that listed, but it was actually pertinent for both areas. And then the difference would be like the Oakland County football rankings were on the Oakland County one, and so that would be something local that someone would want to know. And then for Macomb, they were talking about the Romeo Peach Festival and something that's going to be pertinent to someone who lives in that area and some kind of local happenings. I think that the book talks about the papers and why editors pick what they pick, and there was talk about the tabloids and sensationalism, and obviously the Oakland County paper and the Macomb paper are neither of them are tabloids, but I do kind of feel like sensationalism is good for any newspaper to grab readers' attention and kind of draw them into the stories. If you're local, you're going to want to know, obviously, what's going on in your area that's either fun or the football scores, but the sensationalism will really drag you into the stories and kind of lead you through it. I'm an artist, so I kind of feel like when I'm looking at the newspaper, the way it's set up online, it's kind of the same as artwork. It kind of like moves you through the piece. So they did a very good job of grabbing the reader's attention and moving them through the piece online. They're asking, one of the questions is how the newspapers analyze or adapting to the challenges they face today. One of the challenges that they would face today, I would think, would be technology. People don't pick up the newspaper off their porch and read their coffee or drink their coffee, not read their coffee, drink their coffee and read their morning newspaper. That's kind of like a sign of the 1950s or 60s. Since, technology has happened and we've got online, people are getting their news on their smartphones as quickly as possible. Everything happens very fast-paced. So I would think that that would be a challenge for them to keep up with the stories, and people can scroll through the stories so fast. They want to know up to date what's going on right now. So it would seem to me that the stories have to be written very quickly and trying to keep up with current information. They have to have ads, obviously, to pay for the online time. So to pay for everything, they're popping up ads. And I noticed like Oakland and Macomb both had a Kroger ad. So local grocery store chain that that would have, interest, I guess, for the readers to see what the ads are. I do feel like with the technology changing, people don't seek out newspapers as much, especially the younger readers. The book talks about trying to grab the younger readers' attention, and I think that that's going to be a challenge as time goes on. A lot of people get their news from Facebook. They don't look any further. And it's kind of a scary thing that we're kind of facing with the new technology and the new generations. So it'll be interesting to see how the future plays out with newspapers. Thank you.